Welcome to the Taylor Made Tasty podcast. I'm Taylor, retired serial quitter turned goal boss coach, speaker, and consultant. I believe a beautiful life starts with a beautiful mindset. Join me as we amplify confidence, resilience, and actionable tools on the road to quit quitting on you and your vision. You are worthy of your goals, so let's go get there. Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Taylor Made Tasty, the podcast. I am officially days away from running my first half marathon race, and I wanted to do a short and sweet 10 with Taylor episode on being your own hype girl, hype man, hype person. I have been a ball of emotions going into this week, ranging from nervous to getting actual butterflies in my stomach, visualizing crossing that dang finish line. But I know myself, and I know that as this huge milestone gets closer, I will need to bring some hype into my mindset. So I wanted to share some of my favorite ways to be your own hype person that I have learned through this running journey. But first, what is a hype person? I love to view it as a superpower. At any given moment, you know exactly what to do to breathe life into your mindset, your body, and your goals. You know how you want to feel when you live energetically, and you are confident in your abilities to grab that feeling at any moment. You have a deep hunger to push your abilities and make the absolute most of life. You see your end goal and you dream big, along with high vibration action to go get there. How does that sound? So let's talk about being your own hype person. My first tip here would be, and this may sound a little silly because there have been times that I have forgotten my own role, but to smile through the process. There is scientific evidence that when you smile, your body feels lighter, especially in a workout or a race setting. You are able to push through pain more effectively when you are smiling through it. And when I first started working out in a cycle studio, I would get complimented all the time on my smile during class, from instructors in the front of the room or even clients who could see me in the mirror. And for me, that smile started because I was so dang happy to belong in that room and to be showing up for my mindset and my body. However, after time, I realized that my smiling was actually helping me work. Like I said, I have been known to forget this and have had some pretty rugged RBF while running. So this is a reminder for you and me to smile to elevate your hype. Whether it's an aggressive workout or you are just walking, bring that smile forward and feel yourself getting more hyped for your workout. It's this physical muscle that plays into our mental muscle as well. My second tip would be to reinforce positive self-talk, positive quotes, positive affirmations, whatever works for you. Again, this is a muscle, and you constantly have to be reinventing the way that you speak to yourself to feel the hype. How often do you not want to go to a workout, or you feel tired, or you're just unmotivated? Sometimes, right? Sometimes pretty regularly. Those are the moments that we need that self-talk or the quotes or the affirmations to come into play. Things like, what would the best version of, enter your name, do today? Oftentimes with our goals, we just want to be at the figurative finish line already, right? But we have to own the fact that you may need hype on the daily to eventually get to that finish line. I like to think about how successful I will feel after something, whether it's a run, a workout, a meeting, a new experience I'm launching in my business. Focusing on what you want to feel allows you to understand the hype you need now. My current personal favorites are, it doesn't get easier, you get stronger, And then I repeat the words, stay engaged, stay committed. Stay engaged, stay committed. The stay engaged part is about what I'm doing in that moment. If it is putting one foot in front of the other, if it is staying on a certain task in my business, and the staying committed is pretty self-explanatory. So the goal here is to train our brains through staying hyped to see opportunities versus seeing problems. And there's a pro tip here on this particular hype tip, is to pay attention to how often you are complaining versus owning your abilities and just going for it. My final tip for being your own hype person is to get to know yourself. Maybe it's a certain song that you heard at a high energy time in your life, and when you blast it, it brings back that energy. It brings you back to that time of that energy. Or maybe it's taking a cold shower to get out of your head and into the present moment, to really just shake up your life in that moment. Maybe it's about starting some friendly competition and getting a partner in your goals to see who can crush them first or who learns something first. It could be about getting an accountability partner that can be really raw with you and won't let you off the hook when excuses come to the surface. Maybe it's about setting a deadline and making it public so you feel even more hyped by the support. It could be making a contract with yourself for a certain goal that gets you excited. Or it could be about reflecting on your past and what actions you've taken and what inaction has happened, and getting vulnerable on what you want and allowing that to get you hyped, allowing your past to push you forward and be part of your hype. Part of being your own hype person is knowing what makes you feel on fire, what makes you tick, and what keeps you disciplined when motivation is fading. And we know, unfortunately, how often that happens, that the motivation fades, and it is on you. It is on you to know what gets you hyped and what gets you excited and what's going to allow that high energy to come into play to push you towards your goals. And some of these things can be case studies to see what works for you and what is not for you. But what I know for sure is that you can have all the support in the world. The support from yourself is what matters most. Believing in you, supporting you, committing to you, staying disciplined to you, hyping you. That is where the magic lives. All right, y'all, it is time for the quote of the episode. This quote is from Roald Dahl, and the quote is, "I began to realize how important it is to be an enthusiast in life. If you are interested in something, no matter what it is, go at it full speed. Embrace it with both arms. Hug it, love it, and above all, become passionate about it. Lukewarm is no good." End quote. Take that into your week, your month, and maybe even your year, and hype your damn self up. As always, thank you for being here. Thank you for being in my community. I'm so glad you showed up today, and let's go get there. Look at you, crushing it. Thank you for joining me for another episode of the Tailor Made Tasty podcast. My hope is you always leave with a takeaway to implement in your own goal-crushing journey. I would love if you could take a moment to leave a review. And if you're looking for a community of goal boss badasses just like you, be sure to check out tailormadetasty.com/membership.